Welcome to Liberty Center High School for tonight's matchup between the home Tigers, Liberty Center High School, and the visiting Swanton Bulldogs. And here come the Liberty Center Tigers, who are coming off a big loss last week to the Patrick Henry Patriots. One key note to start this game, senior guard number 50, Jason Fry, will not be playing tonight due to an injury. Lance Kern, who will be wearing number 52, will be starting in his place. It's a cool 50 degrees here in Liberty Center. And we'll just kind of watch the action and get ready for the kickoff. Liberty Center won the toss and elected to defer. The Bulldogs will receive. Deep for Swanton is number 10, Steve Mugg. There's the kick. Mugg, the ball carrier. He does a little reverse of his field, and he's brought down by a lot of Liberty Center Tigers out at about the 26-yard line. Dan Douglas and Mike Hammond along here to call the action. Starting defensive lineup for the Tigers. The line, Nick Miller, Brian Perry, and Josh Bush. Vorwerk and Ziegler at the ends. Mugg, the ball carrier, gained about a yard. He was tackled by Ziegler. The linebackers are Andy Silvis and Kenzie Kern. And the backfield, Zyder Atkinson, Jesse Smith, and Casey Moeller. Mugg back to pass. And it's a pass complete to Tim Nelson. And Zyder on the tackle for Liberty Center. Burt Williams is the quarterback, and Steve Mugg is the running back.
I didn't think you wanted that. It makes it stiff.
With the completion to make it first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Mugg, the ball carrier. Tackled by Nick Miller and Brian Perry. Second down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs come up to the ball. Williams under center, pitch out to Mugg. Has no room to run. Tackled by Silvis and Kenzie Kern. Gain of 4 yards on the play, third down and 5. Mike, I'm sure the Liberty Center defense has a lot to prove this week, coming off the loss last week, 22-20.
It'll be a difficult game indeed. It's a hard thing to come back with a game like that, but the weather's much better, and let's see what they can do.
Mugg, the ball carrier, gaining possibly a yard. Kenzie Kern making the big stop for the Tigers. Andy Silvis also in on it. It'll be fourth down and 4 for Swanton. Nelson back to punt for Swanton. Atkinson, Zyder, and Smith. Deep for Liberty Center. Kick is away. Caught by Sam Smith. And Sam Smith coming down the home sideline, following Troy Davis. Troy Davis with a key block. Touchdown, Liberty Center. Sam Smith on a big punt return. We're not sure how many yards. Troy Davis made the key block to spring Sam free. They're saying it's about 70, 75 yards. And the first touchdown in this game scored on special teams. Zeiter to hold, Jurassics to kick. Looks like a normal formation. The extra point is good, according to the officials. And the score is Liberty Center 7, Swanton 0, with 9:09 to play here in the first.
Funding for NCTV has been brought to you by a whole variety of people, and we'll be mentioning them throughout the night. Generous contributions made by such people as the Davis Farm Service family, which would include, here we go, Karen Davis, Kurt and Shelley Davis, Todd and Kelly Bodenbender, Tom and Kathleen Badenhop, Steve and Jennifer Clapp, Kevin and Christy Snyder, Larry and Shirley Ginneman, Jim and Lori Weirach, Chris and Jennifer Bonner, Kathy and John Hartford, and Bill and Bonnie Norris. All loyal Liberty Center Tiger fans saying, way to go, Liberty Center. We'll bring more in just a little while.
Liberty Center to kick off here again. I'm so pumped from last week's game, Mike. I keep wanting to say Patrick Henry.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I'd like to have that game back too, Dan.
And the Liberty Center Tiger fans definitely want a big win here this week. Jurassics kicked his away. The ball is fumbled back there by number 40, and he's tackled by a whole host of Tigers out at the 20-yard line. Amstutz and Sattler and Vork also went on the tackle for Liberty Center. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 20. Pass caught by number 45, Brad Smith, brought down by Casey Moeller and Andy Silvis. Gain of 15 on the play. That'll bring up first down and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 35-yard line. We have flags down. Illegal procedure against the Bulldogs. Then I'll make it first down and 15 to go for Swanton with 8:47 to play here in the first quarter at Liberty Center.
We'll go back to the action now with first and 15 for Swanton. And bring you some more of our sponsors later on in the game.
Williams pitch out to Mugg. Mugg grabbed by number 70, Bush. Moeller and Silvis also went on the tackle for the Tigers. We've been told Lance Kern was also on there. Lance Kern, if you see tonight, will be wearing number 52 instead of the normal number 5. Liberty's been able to shut down the run. Hopefully now they can shut down the pass. Number 32. This is a tough name to say. McCavich. The ball carrier. That's going to be a tough one to say, so if we mess it up, don't worry about it. Third down and 12 for the Bulldogs out at their own 33-yard line. Williams on a little shovel pass up there in the middle to McCavich, brought down by Silvis and Baum. That'll bring up fourth down and 12, and Bulldogs are going to have to punt again. Nelson deep to kick for the Bulldogs. Smith, Zeiter, and Atkinson deep for
The famous Three Musketeers.
kick high. Fair caught by Zeiter. It's a fumble by Zeiter. Let's see what they say.
Flag on the play.
We have flags down. We're looking to see who the officials say have the ball.
Oh, they got a huddle on this one, Dan.
The
Not often you see a huddle like this out there in the field. I don't know, you guys. What do you think I ought to do? I don't know. You threw the flag. You call it.
How can you throw a flag? They missed the catch. It's not a penalty.
Said, well, we're going to take the flag back. What are we going to do?
I think possibly what the officials may have thought was, as Zeiter came up to fair catch it, that he was roughed. That's the only possibility I could think of. But he had already fumbled, so
You can
that's
rough them when they fumble it.
yeah, that's kind of a tough call.
They're going to talk some
Well-
Unless they say he didn't have enough room to catch.
Yeah, they got a little close. And pushing. What was that? Interference?
I think it might have been they were too close to him. That's what they're going to call, I think. I think that was a bad call. That's what they're calling him.
They're saying he didn't have enough room to get the ball. As the officials have told Coach Lindgren, and well, the officials spoke to Coach Lindgren and Coach Buckenmeyer, and there's still a huddle out there
I bet they'd like to do that play over.
at about the 39-yard line. You know, Mike, with the officials like this, Swanton might start thinking we're over at Patrick Henry.
Put the flag back in your pocket.
Hopefully this is
Oh, he's changed his mind.
hopefully this is not the scene, and the officials will keep the flag in their pants and just let them play the game.
It's not declined. It just wasn't a good call.
Finally, after everything is settled, it's first down and 10, Liberty Center. We hear a resounding "you suck" from the Swanton fans, which that was kind of a bad call. Cordes, the ball carrier, gain of about a yard on the play. Met by just about the whole Swanton defense. Mugg given the credit for the tackle there, but it looked like most of the defense there.
Figured Mugg got it.
He must have been the first one there, Mike.
Yeah.
Second down and 7 for the Tigers. Atkinson in motion. Drossix back to pass. Intended for Smith. A little late shove from Mugg after the ball was dropped by Smith. Incomplete pass makes it third down and 7 for the Tigers on their own 42-yard line. Trask's under center. Cordes, the ball carrier, tackled by
Brad
Smith and 62, Nick Brashear. That'll make it fourth down and 7 for the Tigers, and the punting crew's going in. Drossix deep to kick for the Tigers. Deep to receive for Swanton, number 34, Bart Kovanich. Swanton has some tough names to say.
We gotta make a rule.
He fumbled the ball. He gets his own fumble though. Flag on the play.
We might have had a holding or something. Our guys are awful late getting down there.
Some people up here believe there might have been holding. It was quipping against the Bulldogs. That'll put them deep in their own territory. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 11-yard line. 5 minutes, 17 seconds to play here in the first quarter at Liberty Center. With the score, Liberty Center 7, Swanton 0. Williams hands off to Mugg. Tackle by Nick Miller. Andy Silva's also in on the tackle for the Tigers. Second down and 7 for the Bulldogs. The ball is on their own 15-yard line. Williams under center. Hands off. Up the middle to Mugg. Tackled by Andy Silvis and Casey Muller. Gain of 5 on the play. Third down and 2 for the Bulldogs. Ball is on their own 19-yard line. Williams back to pass. Complete to McCavich. And McCavich just got hammered by Jesse Smith. And
34 was Bart Kovanik.
I'm sorry, it was Kovanik, not McCavich. Jesse Smith, the receiver, though, was 160 pounds, and Smith
is coming in 145.
at 145,
Those sophomores.
and he hit like about a 200-pounder. Punt high. Swanton downs the ball on Liberty Center 49-yard line. The Tigers will take over with excellent field position.
Once again, funding has been brought to you by a variety of people, including B.A. Miller Trucking and Terry Schaefer, Schaefer Used Cars and Truck Sales. And so if you're looking for a used car, you can just give Terry a call, and he actually looks for them for you. I know. I bought a couple of cars that way myself. Now back to the action, Dan.
Mike, as some people are trying to tell you, the ball's on the 49, not the 51-yard line.
Yeah.
Atkinson motion left. Pitch out to Cordes. He has some room. It closed up on him real quick.
Just about everybody, but we'll give that one to Matt Fisher because we can pronounce that.
Matt Fisher making the stop. Cordes gained 3 on the play, bringing up second down and 7. Ball is now on the Swanton side of the 50 on the 48-yard line. Last week, Matt Cordes out in the rain rushed for 193 yards. That's an amazing statistic in the rain.
That was a rain. That was a rainy night.
Motion right Atkinson. Drossix hands off to Cordes up the middle. He's going, and he just carried. I'm not sure who that was. Number 75, Justin Mates, 5'10", 200 pounds, and he carried him for 7 yards and a first down.
Took him on a field trip.
Ball is now on the Liberty Center 39-yard line with 2 minutes, 28 seconds to play here in the first quarter. That goes to show why Cordes got 193 yards in rushing.
He does even better when the field is dry. Carries them for a few yards.
He did that a couple times last week. Motion right Atkinson. Drossix back to pass. Fumble. Recovered by a 50 number. 58, Chris Baum.
Pretty quick thinking, Chris.
It was a good thing Baum was there or it would have been Swanton ball. I'll bring up 2nd down and 15 with the loss on the play. Ball is now on the Swanton 44-yard line. Minute 45 to play here in the first. And Jurassics is hammered again. Number 66, Nate Bowling. And Matt Fisher, number 55, both of them first team NWAL a year ago on defense, and that shows you why. Loss of 7 on the play, 3rd down and 21 for the Tigers. Not sure if there was a mix-up on the play or what happened exactly, Mike, but it didn't look like Jurassic's got any blocking at all.
Somebody was not where they were supposed to be. You people with the VCRs, run that one back.
Jurassic's getting protection this time. Pass to Matt Cordes. Cordes brought down by Steve Mugg, number 10, and number 14, Jake Taylor. Ball is on the Liberty Center 12-yard line to make it 1st and 10. That last play, it was 3rd and 20, and now it's 1st and 10.
Jurassic took a heck of a hit on that pass. Some refs might have thrown a flag for roughing the passer, but apparently not here.
Maybe at Patrick Henry might. Cordes, the ball carrier, out on a sweep. He gets some yardage out of it, and we have a flag on the play. Tackle by Steve Mugg. Clipping against the Tigers. And that was what was costly last week, Mike, the penalties.
Yeah, and once indeed. But like I could say, the guys in the striped shirts are the ones that call it. So.
First and 10 for the Tigers. The ball rests on their own, on the Swanton 12-yard line. No, I'm sorry. It's the 28-yard line. And there's 28 seconds to play here in the quarter. Clock is running. Maybe Liberty Center's going to let it run out. Motion left Atkinson. Jurassic's back to pass. Intended for Sam Smith, incomplete. I'm not sure who was defending on the play. I believe it was Mapes. Sounds good to me. I don't know about you, Mike.
Sounds good to me. 6 seconds left.
2nd down and 26 with 6 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Jurassic's back to pass. He goes for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Liberty Center. The touchdown reception by Jesse Smith. Surprising substitution. We usually don't see Smith on offense. Usually only his brother Sam.
I was looking there at number 11. And whoa, is that Jesse? And that's what it says. Number 11, Jesse Smith.
Jurassic's changing the shoe. And Zeider to hold. Mike, it seems like Liberty Center's left the fancy stuff and decided to just kick the extra points this week.
Something
And the extra point is good. So at the end of one, the score is the home Liberty Center Tigers 14, the visiting Bulldogs 0. And Mike, you're reaching for the microphone.
Once again, funding is provided by a variety of people, and as I was saying before, Terry Schaefer, who has a variety of road tractors and straight trucks, gas and diesel, and also a distributor for new jet hopper bottom grain trailers. And I'll have to ask Terry what in the world that is. Mobile homes as well, so contact Terry Schaefer at 337-5851. That's Terry Schaefer of Schaefer's Used Cars and Trucks on County Road 10 in Fulton County. Back to you, Dan.
As second quarter is about to begin here at Liberty Center. Jurassics to kick. Mug and let's see, Wirtz deep for the Bulldogs. And we're underway here in the second. Line drive kick. Wirtz picks it up at about the 17. Hit by number 52, Lance Kern. Chris Baum also went on the play. Be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. This defense has really picked it up after last week's letdown. I'm glad to see that they weren't affected too much physically by that, but we did have a few injuries that we had to overcome. Burt Williams back to pass. Broken up by Casey Moore and Seth Atkinson. Be second down and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 26-yard line. The Bulldogs come up to the line. Williams under center, and we had some motion there on the left side of the Bulldog line. That'll move him. It'll be second and 15 for the Bulldogs. Here we go. Williams back to pass. Here comes Perry. Perry and Miller and Ziegler all back there to harass Swanton quarterback Burt Williams.
And going out there to Sam and Jesse Smith, the two fine gentlemen that scored those last touchdowns, we'd like to mention Ruby's Junquet shop, home of fine, good old-fashioned everyday junk and antiques such as glass. They're on Main Street in Liberty Center, just right next door to Charlie's Liberty Center Cafe. So if you want to stop in for antique needs, contact Ruby's Junquet, proud parents of Jesse and Sam Smith.
Back to the action, 3rd and 15. Williams back to pass. Heaves it. Caught by number 23, Peter Schmitz. Zeider and only Zeider defending on the play. Be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball is on their own 47-yard line. Williams hands off to Mugg up the middle. Mugg gets about 3 or 4 yards out of it. 3 yards out of it. Tackled by Kern and Baum. Be second down and 6. Bulldogs coming up to the line with 11 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Williams hands off up the middle, and Lance Kern, Brian Perry in on the stop for the Tigers. Mugg had nowhere to go. Be third down and 7 for the Bulldogs right out at midfield. Bulldogs come up to the line. Burt Williams back to pass. And it's going to be, what a great, incomplete trap. That was an excellent call by the official. I thought number 37 there, Tim Nelson, he almost made one heck of a play, but it wasn't quite there.
Swanton is booing and yelling and shouting, but the ball did indeed touch the ground. It would have been an impressive catch, but he simply didn't have it from this angle, and theoretically you should be able to watch that back home by just hitting rewind. Back to you, Dan.
That'll bring up 4th and 7. Nelson's now going to punt. Atkinson, Zider, and Smith deep for the Tigers. Smith catches it. A little bit of a loss there. He's down out at about the 11-yard line. Liberty's going to start deep in their own territory for this.
Once again.
Okay, first down and 10 for the Tigers. 10 minutes to play here in the first half. Jurassic Center sets down his men. Handoff up the middle. Cordes the ball carrier. Nick Brasher. And somebody else defending on the play. I'm sorry, it was Sam Smith on the carry, not Matt Cordes. Our mistake. Second down and 9 for the Tigers.
Funny's been brought to you once again by a variety of families, including that proud family of Rick and Rhonda Miller, over number 60 down there, Mr. Nick Miller. Along with the Millers also. Dan, I don't know about you, but I plan on stopping off at Pisanello's Pizza on the way home, and maybe we can get the cameraman to buy this time. Back to you, Dan.
As long as we win and the officials keep the flag in their pockets, then everything will be okay. Timeout, Liberty Center.
While we take a timeout, we'd like to mention Tigers timeout there in downtown Liberty Center. It's open Mondays through Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. They have daily lunch specials along with all-you-can-eat fish on Fridays. And Saturday is their prime rib night that starts, I understand, from 5 until the prime rib is gone. Maybe we can get the cameraman to take us there instead, Dan. Now back to you.
Yeah, Mike, that prime rib does sound, that sounds good. Things keep going the way they're going right now. Maybe we can talk the cameraman into taking us there.
Either prime rib or pizzas at Pisanello's with Craig and Sherry Myers. Open Friday and Saturday, 11 to midnight. Sunday they're open up at 4 o'clock, and of course in the afternoon. And Pisanello's Pizza right in beautiful downtown Liberty Center. We'll get back to the actions. We mentioned also Bob and Julie Shaddy. If you're interested, to give them a call. You too could be sponsors of NCTV Television by calling Bob Shaddy at 533-2293.
Back to the action here. Second down and 9 for the Tigers. 9 minutes, 28 seconds to play here in the first half. The score to Liberty Center 14, the visiting Bulldogs 0. Motion left, Atkinson. Jurassic on an option play, it looks like. Tackled by Bowling and Brasher. Gain of 4 yards on the play. Third down and 6. Liberty comes up to the ball. Jurassic's on a little screen. Out to Atkinson. Lechner on a stop for Swanton. A gain of approximately 2 yards on the play. No, 3 yards on the play. Be 4th down and 3. The Tigers line up in punt formation. Number 34, Chavanik. Deep for Swanton, the kick, spinner. Fair catch by Chovanik out at the 44-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs on the Liberty Center 44-yard line. And we'll go to Mike here with some more sponsors.
A variety of families have also contributed here to the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters, including Terry and Sharon Miller, proud parents of Mansman Reagan and sons Rex and Ryan. Now back to the action.
McCavich, the ball carrier. Tackle for it looks like a loss of a yard. Brought down by Moeller and Silvis. Jesse Smith also on. That'll bring up second down and about 10 and a half, 11 yards. People up top here are saying it looks like a halfback pass. Burt Williams back to pass. He heaves long for number 34, Chavanik. Seth Atkinson breaking things up for Liberty Center.
Those of you who are watching that, if you notice Seth there, he had to do a little dance to keep from getting called in pass interference. That was pretty graceful. He could have very easily slammed into the Swanton Bulldog, and he kind of just did a little balancing act and tried to keep from getting pass interference. Nice job, Seth.
That incompletion will bring up third down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball's on the Liberty Center 44-yard line with 7 minutes, 12 seconds to play here in the first half. Long count by Williams. Hands off to McCavich. Brought down by, looks like Bush, Perry, and Baum. Some other Tigers in there too, but they were the main tacklers for the Tigers. It'll be fourth down and 10. So Swanton started off with some nice field position and couldn't do anything with it. So Nelson's going to be back to punt. Zeiter, Atkinson, and Smith deep. High snap. Smith, fair catch. So the Tigers will take over at approximately their own 12-yard line with 6.5 minutes to play here in the first half at Liberty Center High School.
Funding's also brought to you by Terry, Mary Lou, Luann Bowers. I've said that enough times now, Dan. I can roll that off pretty smooth. And also those friendly people at the First National Bank of Northwest Ohio. First National Bank in downtown Liberty Center for all of your banking needs.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. They go with a little bit of a spread formation. Cordes the ball carrier. He fumbled, and it was recovered by number 15 of Swanton. It'll be first down and 10. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Brenneman with a big fumble recovery right here on the 21-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs. So again, they get even better field position to start off this time. Hopefully the Tiger defense can rise to the occasion as they did last time, Mike.
Indeed, indeed. That was a lucky break. There was quite a few Tiger defenders around that ball, and they just couldn't quite get to it.
First and 10 for Swanton. Mug the ball carrier.
Square off there.
Tackled by Kenzie Kern
Kenzie
and Casey Moeller.
Kern and Mug had a little discussion there, talking about where they might meet after the game.
They might meet at the VFW for a little fight.
They might. Oh, I don't know about that.
Williams hands off to Mug up the middle.
Greg Borick on that tackle. Caught him right there at the thighs. as Greg Vorick made that tackle. Did a nice job. Dragged Greg a little bit, but he didn't let go. Finally slowed him up so the rest of them could get him.
That's something defenders always love, is when one just holds him up and the rest of them can just hammer him. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Bulldogs on the Liberty Center 15-yard line. 5:25 and counting to play here in the first half at Liberty Center. Score 14-0. Mike, the ball carrier, tripped over Fisher. Be 4th down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Ball's on the Liberty Center 14-yard line. You think maybe Nelson will go for a field goal here? He holds the NWAL field goal record for 3 in a game.
If he's going for a field goal, that's a pretty unusual formation.
Oh.
Sneak field goal?
They were still in the huddle when I said that.
55. He's a new guy, Matt Fisher.
Matt Fisher was the ball carrier.
200-pound senior.
200-pound senior guard. We're going to have official timeout for measurement.
And while we're doing some timeouting and measuring, there's some other people who have been kind enough to contribute to NCTV and the Liberty Center Athletic Boosters. Bob and Ruth Ann Cordes, proud parents of the Cordes clan, being Chad, Josh, Matt, and Nathan. Tom, Bev Fry, proud parents of Jason and Christine Fry as well. And also, and I guess that's not quite good enough, Liberty Center takes possession. And as I said, also by the friendly people at the Henry County Bank, your local independent full-service community bank with such happy employees as Cindy Overmeyer, Sarah Wilford, Teresa Bosselman, and Jennifer Clapp. Now back to the action and you, Dan.
The Bulldogs fell short on their attempt there. Be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. 4.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Drosick sets down his men. Hand off to Sam Smith. Smith brought down by Fisher. Mapes also in on the play for the Bulldogs, according to the announcer here in Tiger Stadium. Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 14 for the Tigers. Ball is on their own 8-yard line. Liberty Center coming out of their own territory. Drosick's back to pass. Heaves for Cordes. Oh! Intended for Cordes. Number 15, Brenneman, defending. Steve Mugg also defending on the play. Be 3rd down and 14 for the Tigers. I'm sure what Liberty wants to do right now, Mike, is they want to get out of their own end zone.
It's a little scary when they're backed up that far, and Drosick's, when he goes back to pass, he's dropping into his own goal area. Drosick's is in that hole again. He gets it away. Intended for who, Dan? Atkinson on that one? Who's that intended for?
Looked like it was intended for Atkinson, and he was hit way early. I thought maybe we'd see some interference, but not tonight. I think we saw enough of that last week, and we want to make sure we don't see any more of that for the rest of the year. Jurassics about 5 yards deep in his own end zone to punt. Chavanek deep for the Bulldogs. Chavanek fields it and tackled by number 33, Sam Smith. So Swanton will take over to about the Liberty Center 36-yard line. with 3 minutes and 36 seconds to play here in the first half. We have a Swanton player down at about the 4-yard line. All his trainers are heading out there. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Did you see what happened down there, Mike?
I didn't see it, but Swanton's all upset about something. They're pretty stirred up. I see them pointing and yelling and screaming, and they're yelling at the ref, their hands up in the air, and I'm not sure what the story was. Of course, you folks at home, once again, you have that privilege of instant replay. We unfortunately don't at this end, so maybe you can give us a call and tell us what happened.
We're back to the action here. Number 66, Nate Boeing, first team NWAL tackle last year, and also first team All-State. Injured his leg. He's being carried off now by the Liberty Center Rescue Squad with his leg stabilized. While we had a timeout there, we received information that over in Bryan leads the Patrick Henry Patriots 20-8. And there was a resounding applause from both sides of the stands here. First and 10, Swanton. Williams heads for the end zone. We got flags down, but Tim Nelson scores a touchdown for the Swanton Bulldogs. Most likely we're going to have interference against Zeiter. The penalty declined. It'll make it 14-6. Liberty Center has a slight edge with 3:28 to play here in the first half at Tiger Stadium. Mike, I think what we had there is the Swanton players are going to now play because Bowling's out. They'll play with a little more enthusiasm maybe.
They do indeed seem quite a bit more stirred up. And number 66, I'm sorry, I forgot his name again. Nathan, they took him into the metal building instead of taking him to the rescue squad. So we're a little confused what exactly his situation is. Now the kick. Oh, no.
No, it's a fake. They head for the end zone. No good. Liberty's not letting any two-point conversions in the end zone this week. We have a flag down. The two-point conversion is no good. We have silence here in the stands. Penalty is against Liberty Center. All kinds of discussion out there by the officials. But we're going to try it over. So Swanton gets another chance to score the extra point here. They go for two and they don't make it again. Liberty stopped the play twice. So the score remains Liberty Center 14, Swanton 6 with 3:28 to play here in the first half at a chilly Liberty Center Tiger Stadium.
Still warmer than Evergreen.
Mike, do we have any announcements? We're back to the action here as Smith and Zeiter deep for the Tigers. Nelson sets up the ball to kick off. Some people up here in the press box seem to think this might be an onside kick coming right here. We'll see if the front wall of Liberty Center is ready. Swanton Bulldogs trying to get the fans into it. Line drive deep, and Smith's going to let it go out of the back of the end zone. Liberty will take it on the touchback out at their own 20-yard line. Well, Mike, down here on the Liberty Center sideline, we see the Tiger mascot out here shaking hands with little kids.
Well, we see it, but you people at home don't see it, so I guess we'll go back to the action.
First and 10 Tigers. Screen pass. Pass complete to Smith. Gain of approximately 2 yards on the play. No, I'm sorry. I see the ball the wrong way. Loss of 2 on the play. Bring up second down and 12. The ball is on the Tiger 18-yard line. We have flags down. Officials took a little bit of time marking the ball. Tigers and Bulldogs were both ready to play, but the officials weren't ready to go. Second and 17. Drossix back to pass. Thought about taking it himself, and it was a mistake as he was hammered by number 51 of the Bulldogs, Dale Polowitz. Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me.
Tigers come up to the ball. Split formation. Drossix hands off to Sam Smith. Smith gets about 9 out of it to get up to the original line of scrimmage. Tackled by somebody from Swanton. And the Bulldogs will call timeout here with 1 minute, 40 seconds to play. 4th and 11 for the Tigers, minute to 40 to play here in the first half. Jurasic's back to punt for the Tigers. 34, Jovanik. Kick is away. Jovanik, fair catch, fumble. Picked up, fumble. It's picked up by Chris Baum. Baum is going, and Chris Baum is into the end zone for Liberty Center touchdown. Don't touch the band, people, though. Chris Baum picked up the fumble of Casey Moeller, who picked up Jovanik's fumble and went for a touchdown. There's some discussion out on the field. Mike, what's the call here?
Cameraman tells us that they may have blown that ball dead, which is unfortunate. Those of you with the VCRs, I'm sure you'll want to run that back again. I'm not sure what it is, but there's something about the ball being dead. So they're talking it over now. Liberty Center is goes without saying is a little upset. I'm sure Mr. Baum is not a happy man.
Well, what the officials looked like they just told Casey Moeller is that he had the ball and it popped out due to the ground. So they say where Casey had the ball and not a fumble. So Liberty Center ball, Cordes the ball carrier, gain of about 3 on the play. Bring up second down and 7 for the Tigers. Brought down by Adam Brunneman. Casey Moeller comes out. Jesse Smith goes in just like they did it for a touchdown earlier. Pass intended for Atkinson. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Jurassic's tried to take it himself there and went way back. It looks like a loss of about 7 yards. It'd be timeout Swanton. 39 seconds to play here in the first half. 4th down and 8 for the Tigers. No, 4th and 15. Well, it's 4th down and 16 for the Tigers. Jurassic's to punt for the Tigers. No one deep for Swanton.
No one.
Evidently, they think Liberty's going to fake here.
And they're wrong.
And it rolled that at about the 18-yard line with 30 seconds to play here in the first half. And we have a flag down. Liberty Center offense seemed to hit a snag after that touchdown that they thought they had, but it got called back.
One theory being that supposedly with a mixed up play like that, you can't advance and score on a messed up kick. I have to get to the rule books on that one. I'm not sure what's going on. This is, oh, we're sorry we dropped the flag. We take it back. I love those.
Those are.
Accidentally dropped the flag, Dan. I mean, really.
I think that what happens is maybe you thought you saw a penalty, and another official says, no, it wasn't a penalty, so we'll just wave it off.
This is not a good time for a penalty, so put that flag back. So, well, we continue the action now, I suppose, with, what is it, 1st and 10, the ball on the 18, with 30 seconds remaining. Sorry.
Swanton doing a little juggling act out there with their players. Some would come in, some would go out, and some would come in and some would go out. But they finally got things set. It's 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. Number 25, the ball carrier.
There is no 25. First name number, last name 25.
They say Scott Silvis upstairs. I don't know where they got that name from. It's not on my chart here. Evidently.
Scott Silvis, is that what they said?
And the score runs out. Clock runs out, excuse me. The score, the home Liberty Center Tigers 14. The visiting Bulldogs 6 as we head to the locker room. And here start the third quarter here. Swanton is going to kick off as Liberty deferred in the first half and now elects to receive. Some area scores to update. Start of the third quarter. Archibald 35, Delta 0. Bryan 20, Patrick Henry 14. Keep you updated throughout the game on those. Nelson to kick off. Kicks away. Smith out of his own end zone. He's going. Whistles were late. It should have been a touchback. You can't run the ball out of your end zone in high school. Jurassic's bringing men up to the line, 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Cordes the ball carrier. No gain on the play. Brought down by number 67, Jeremy Marks. During
180 pounds. There's no way he's 280.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. During halftime, I didn't get any details. All I know is they have taken Bowling now by ambulance to Henry County Hospital. Pitch out to Cordes. He's got some room. There's a flag. Cordes is going. There's a flag down. Cordes brought down at about the 21-yard line. Casey Moore out there talking with the officials. Penalty against Liberty Center. Illegal block below the waist against the Tigers. Be a 10-yard penalty. Be second down and 18 for the Tigers. Ball is on their own 16-yard line with 11 minutes, 11 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Jurassic goes under center, sets down his men. Sam Smith, the ball carrier, brought down by number 75.
Oh, 75.
Liberty Center goes split left. And out, no, Jurassic's on a pass to Sam Smith. He looked like he stayed in bounds to me and most of the fans here in Tiger Stadium. That looked like a nice spin move by Smith. The official said he went out of bounds. No matter though, it'll still be first down and 10 for the Tigers.
Again, these people with the VCRs run it back.
I'm sorry, fourth down and 7. Jurassics to punt. Chavanek with a fair catch out at midfield. And Swanton will take over first and 10 with 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Funding by this program has been provided by a variety of businesses and families, including Tiger Timeout in downtown Liberty Center. That's the Tiger Timeout Inn, Davis Farm Service, and Rick and Rhonda Miller and Company. And what we plan on doing is kind of read them down as we go through the second half. Now back to the action.
Bulldogs come up to the ball. Burt Williams back to pass.
Atkinson get it?
I'm not sure if Atkinson got it or not.
Refs say
The refs say no, he was out of bounds. Gonna bring up second down and 10 for Swanton. Ball just short of midfield.
maybe the 50 and a half yard line for those folks at home that
Oh.
rejoice and are calling these plays.
Only in Canada. Mug the ball carrier. Brought down by Bush. Silvis also in on the play for Liberty Center. Gain of 3. Third down and 7 for Swanton Bulldogs. Split left for Swanton. Kenzie Kern. No. Incomplete. Seth Atkinson defending on the play. Intended for Shalani. Be fourth down and 7 for Swanton. Zyder, Atkinson, and Smith deep for the Tigers. Nelson back to punt for Swanton. Kick is away. It rolls into the end zone, and Liberty Center will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Once again, funding has been provided by a variety of businesses and families, including B.A. Miller Trucking and Sons, Terry Schaefer of Schaefer Used Car and Truck Sales, and Ruby's Junke Shop for good old-fashioned everyday junk and antiques. And also Pisanello's Pizza, one of my favorite hangouts. A great place to stop by after the game.
Liberty Center comes up to the ball, 1st and 10 with 9 minutes, 12 seconds to play here in the third quarter. As you hear a life flight go over Liberty Center here. Matt Cordes, the ball carrier, he's going. Brought down at the 11-yard line by Steve Mugg. I think Cordes has got to be very angry with himself being caught by Mugg, who's 15 pounds heavier than him.
Monk had the angle, though. It's not a question of a foot race. He did indeed have an angle.
Be 1st down and 10 for the Tigers, though. Blocking's been a key. When the big plays have been there, it's been due to the blocking. But when the blocking hasn't been there, Liberty's been getting hammered in the backfield.
Indeed.
Drasics, pitch out to Cordes. Gain of a yard on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 9 for Liberty Center. Liberty Center comes up to the ball kind of slowly. A little confusion there in the backfield, but they get it straightened out. Get set. Jurasics fakes a little pitch action. Lance Kern had a block. Jurasic just got hammered. 45, Brad Smith. And after that tackle, him and Lance Kern had a few words. Line. Huge difference.
Huge difference, indeed.
Cordes, the ball carrier. Brought down by, I guess, Mates. He raised his hand.
That would be a good guess or a fake, but he is indeed putting the magic shoe on, so we'll see what happens.
If you remember last week, Jurassics missed a key field goal at the end of the game. And it's called no good. It looked good from here, Mike. I'm not sure. But the officials probably have a little bit better angle than we do.
I'm not sure. It looked good, but I believe it dropped. The way everybody's looking, it dropped to the left as we look at the field goal. So once again, you people, the VCRs, you know what to do.
Swanton will take over on their own 20. Liberty holds a slender lead of 14-6. With 6 minutes, 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter at the brand new Liberty Center Tiger Stadium. Williams under center, hands off to Mugg, and Mugg isn't going anywhere. Kern and Silvis on tackle for the Tigers. Moeller also in on the play. Nick Miller and Josh Bush also in there.
Apparently anybody near the ball carrier gets credit for a tackle sometimes. Jack up there just reads them. Whoever they say, that's what he says.
Little reverse act or counter by Swanton for no gain. Tackle by Cordes and Kern. And Perry. Be 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Ball rests on their own 21-yard line. Burt Williams back to pass, and he is sacked by number 59, Greg Borwick. Vork with a sack and Miller with a little assist afterward.
Pretty quick whistle.
Loss of a lot.
A loss of a lot.
It'll be 4th down.
And a lot.
Be 4th down and 18 for the Bulldogs. Nelson, a punt from his own goal line. Smith lets it go. Liberty Center will take over on their own 28-yard line.
Once again, funding provided by a variety of people. If you're interested in getting mentioned on this little funding list, contact Bob and Julie Shaddy at 533-2293. Terry and Sharon Miller, proud parents of Mansman Reagan and sons Rex and Ryan. Terry, Mary Lou, and Lou Ann Bowers, First National Bank of Northwest Ohio. Bob and Ruth Ann Cordes and the Cordes clan, along with Tom and Bev Fry, like to say, let's go Tigers.
First and 10 for Liberty Center. 4:44 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Sam Smith, the ball carrier, gain of about 2 on the play. Given 3 for it. Be 2nd down and 7. Ball on the Liberty Center 3rd T-yard line. Kenzie Kern comes in for Sam Smith at the halfback position. Well, they'll put, Kern at halfback, Cordes at the full. Cordes, the ball carrier, tackled for a loss. Tackled by Lechner. Be 4th down and 3rd down and 9. You know, sometimes they change the downs fast and sometimes they change it slow.
Hard to tell.
Kern coming out now. And Sam Smith back in. Oh, 59, Greg Vorwerk. He won.
Sorry, Greg. Sorry indeed. Unfortunately, that's on tape. And it's happened before.
Vorwerk didn't like something about his opponent across the line and decided to go after him a little early. Be 3rd down and 14 for the Tigers. Ball rests comfortably on the 23-yard line. Jurassic's back to pass. He's keeping it. Tackled by Smith. Loss of 1 on the play. Be 4th down and 15 for the Tigers. Jurassic's to kick for the Tigers. Deep for Swanton. Chavanik. It'll be a safety, no touchdown. The ball touched the. No, the official changes his decision. It looked like it touched the back line, no, Mike, before he got control of it.
Ooh, okay, we'll have to play that one back and watch it. He doesn't rewind, so you won't see it.
Marks blocked the kick for Swanton. It'll be a touchdown. The score 14-12 with the extra point to come right here. That 2-point conversion attempt is broken up by Liberty Center. So the score with 2 minutes, 2 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Liberty Center 14, Swanton 12. And Mike, an important stat here. From 1991 till now, a Coach Holmgren team has not lost 2 games in a row.
I wasn't aware of that one.
Swanton getting ready to kick off here. Smith and Zeiter deep for the Tigers, out at about the 1 or 2 yard line. Nelson getting ready to kick for Swanton.
Onside?
Mike Hamlin believes possibly an onside. No. It's a line drive into the end zone. Liberty Center will take over on their own 20-yard line. It seems the momentum has shifted from Liberty Center over to Swanton.
Dan, is it just me, or is that kicker from Swanton? He's dropped several of them now in the end zone. You don't see that oftentimes with high school kicking.
He's a very impressive kicker.
No wind.
There's no wind whatsoever to carry it. The last kicker I've seen that could drop him in the end zone that good was former Liberty Center graduate Torrey Strock. Drossic's pitch out to Cordes. Cordes is going. He's got his blocking. See you later. Wait a minute. Here comes Chavanik. I don't think. No, Chavanik can't do it. Touchdown. Matt Cordes on an 80-yard touchdown run, Mike.
Matt's got to feel a lot better about that one. I said it, if you heard me in the background, I was afraid Matt was going to get caught again. And he said, no, not this time. I'm in.
He said he wasn't going to have a mistake like what happened when Steve Mudd caught him from behind last time. Scores now Liberty Center 20, Swanton 12. The key block right there for Liberty Center, what came from Nick Miller, which helped the off tackle play, which has been very productive for Liberty. The kick is up, and it's good. So the score now, Liberty Center 21, Swanton 12, with 1:47 to play here in the third quarter. And Mike, I believe you have some funding people.
Oh, yes, indeed. So with the cheering crowd, the Liberty Center fans in the background, we're reminding you that funding is provided by a variety of people, including the Henry County Bank. And once again, if you're interested in getting on the list as far as these proud sponsors, contact Bob and Julie Shaddy at 533-2293. And for those of you who are not aware of it, you're listening to NCTV Channel 5, Napoleon Community Television.
Jurassic's getting ready to kick off for the Tigers. And some people up here around the press box area are saying that Liberty Center should go with some more off tackle and sweep action. They'll get more yardage. Tackled by Baum.
Caught him right in the knees.
I guess Forbes. They say Forbes was the ball carrier. I don't see him, but then
Where
again,
are they getting these? We didn't have
some of them that we don't have on our list that they have upstairs.
Seems to be a little confusion.
Little I formation,
Oh, somebody changed jerseys.
a pitch. Mug the ball carrier.
25.
Tackled by Silvis.
That Swanton guy, he changed jerseys. Scott Silvis. He's got a different jersey on. I don't know.
What do you mean he has a different jersey on?
He's pulling it on his number 25 out there is pulling on a different jersey, and I'm just kind of curious what was he originally now that he's pulling on jersey number 25. I wish they'd give us a roster so we could tell who's who.
Burt Williams back to pass. Here comes Vorwerk again. And Vorwerk's got him again. Greg Vorwerk with 2 big quarterback put downs in this quarter. Loss of
about 11, 12 yards.
11, maybe 12. We'll just say a lot.
Say a lot.
That looked like a coverage sack from up here. There's nowhere to go, so the quarterback just went down. Time running out here in the third quarter. Williams back to pass. He heaves it long. There's Jesse Smith. Jesse Smith broke up the pass intended for Tim Nelson. 9 seconds to go here in the third quarter at Liberty Center. It's 4th down and 19 for Swanton. Atkinson, Zeiter, and Smith all deep for the Tigers. Nelson back to kick.
Smith's not sure where to go. Get away from
Ball rolls dead at about the 25-yard line of Liberty Center, where they'll take over to start the third quarter. Well, we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. Liberty Center 21, Swanton 12, and it'll be 1st down 10 for Liberty. I think the key right here is for Liberty to run outside. But right now we're watching the marching band. Liberty's definitely got to start running away from the bigger players of Swanton. Swanton's big physical team, and if Liberty wants to stay ahead here and win this game, they're going to have to stay out of the middle and start running off tackle and sweep plays.
So what do you say, Dan? Are they exaggerating the size of some of these guys from Swanton? I got another number here. It says 280 pounds, 250 pounds, 238 pounds. Do they stretch those a little bit, or is that on? Oh.
They may have stretched them a little bit. Smith, the ball carrier for the Tigers.
Oops.
No, I'm sorry. It was Cordes.
No, that was my fault.
No, Mike's going to take credit
I'll
for
take the credit
the mistake. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. Jurasic sets his men down. Cordes, the ball carrier. Well, a little bit of a loss on the play. Tackle by Mapes. They have Mapes listed here at 5'10", 200 pounds.
Taking a timeout, World 25, and Mr. Man ties his shoe.
Number 25, who is supposedly Scott Silvis.
We don't know who he is.
Well, I have seen players before have two jerseys, one for offense and one for defense, or if they play different positions on the offense. Smith, the ball carrier. Tackled by Mapes.
I have to make a personal comment about the band over there from Swanton. I was impressed with their halftime show, but I got to be honest, I'm not impressed now. It's usually tradition when the ball is being played, and especially when the Swanton band is that close to the ball, they should not be playing.
Well, we have 4th down and 4. Jurassic's back to punt for the Tigers. Shavanik deep for Swanton. Shavanik loses his footing and he's brought down by Sam Smith on the Bulldog 30-yard line. So Swanton will take over now. 1st down and 10 on their own 30. Mike, you have anything to add right now?
No, that's all. I just find it surprising. Usually both bands usually show a little sportsmanship and make a point not to play because the brass is quite famous for drowning out plays when they're being called up at the line. It's also quite distracting. And usually bands will follow the simple rule and just not play when either one is up to the line.
Williams back to pass. He heaves it. There's nobody anywhere around. Tigers asking for intentional grounding there, but they're not going to get it.
Now apparently turnabout's fair play. I don't know if you can hear what's going on, but now the Liberty Center band is playing while Swanton is on the offense. And so now what we may have for the second half is a little battle of the bands.
No, it's not Liberty Center's band. It's Swan's band playing while they have the ball. Liberty's band is not playing. This is just Swanton's band playing. Now we have shirts going off the field again, or even, which is traditionally 1 through 40.
But it's not tradition that you change on the line. I mean, you usually change it.
You're supposed to go off the field. Yeah. Williams back to pass. Ziegler hits him. Perry back there. Nick Miller also back there up on the quarterback. Made it tough for him to get a pass away. 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 32-yard line. 9:40 to play here in the 4th quarter. Williams back to pass. Zeiter defending on the play. Pass intended for number 16, Bill Avery. And if Avery would have turned around, he would have had a big gain right there, Mike.
He was turned the wrong way, and then he glanced over and said, oops, it's on the other side, which is a lucky break for Liberty Center.
And this one, just like last week, I think it's going to go all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, once indeed. Hopefully we'll come out on top on this one.
Nelson to punt. Atkinson was deep. He let it go. Liberty will take over at their own 25 again. Liberty has had terrible field position all night except for one series, which amazes me the fact that they're finished. 1st down and 10 for the Tigers. 9:25 to play in this ball game. Split right for the Tigers. Sam Smith, the ball carrier, up the middle. Tackled by, it's 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
What was it you said? Somebody from Swanton?
Yeah. Usually somebody from Swanton does make the tackle when we have the ball.
Usually it does.
Split right again. Pitch out to Cordes. And he's still going. That's good for a 1st down. Cordes is just a machine on this dry grass.
75, and who's the other one? 51. Number 75 is
Mapes.
200 pounds, and 51 is 215 pounds.
That's 415 pounds.
415 pounds, and he carried him for another yard or two. I'm amazed we did that math in our head, Dan. That's impressive. This late in the day, we can still add.
First down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball on the 36-yard line. Drastics pitch out to Cordes.
Carries 45.
He carries number 45,
who's only 185.
He's only $185. He's small potatoes.
Seems to be a little confusion there on the line. Cordes in this position did a little changing, possibly a little audible. Excuse me, Jurassics there, but Cordes takes the ball. Slight gain on the play. Once again, the Swanton band keeps playing off and on when the ball's in play. It's quite possible that they have a new director over there. Maybe we can assume that, and the director doesn't quite understand the etiquette of the band. They did put on a nice halftime show, but it is again considered rude to play for either side when the ball indeed is in play. Third and just a smidge. Jurassics in the set. Cordes tackled by a whole host of people. Looks like he had about a yard. We'll see where they spot it because they carried him back a little ways. So then we got 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The ball on the 48-yard line.
We have an update, Mike. Archbold and Delta. The score is Archbold 35, Delta 0. Jurassics, little pass. Smith dropped it.
Those of you the VCRs, roll it back again and watch number 55 for Swanton. I'm not really sure, but it looks like he was across the line by the time that ball snapped. For those of you who like to just kind of grumble about something, take a look and tell me what you see.
He looked like he...
Jurassics is getting set. Once again, the Swanton band continues to play.
Cordes the ball carrier, tackle for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers. Ball is on their own 48-yard line. No, 3rd down and 10. You know, I'd like it if they'd stay consistent with how quick they change that down marker.
That's right. See, well, all we can do is watch the numbers, and if they don't flip the numbers, we're not sure where they at. For those of you at home saying, why is Mike getting so ticked off about that? It's rare, people. It is very rare that a band would do something like this. Especially a band that is theoretically as talented as Swanton's band. Jurassics to the keeper, swings around to the side, and there's like nobody there protecting except Seth Agason. You know, Agason can only block so many people. Did make a gain on the play of what appears to be 7 yards, Dan says. Got any more scores, Dan?
No, but Archbold and Delta have all their JV players, and they're substituting liberally over there. So it sounds like the game's pretty well over. There's about 2 minutes, 50 seconds to play over there. We're trying to pick up a P.H. Bryan score. 4th down and 3 for the Tigers. Jurassic with a long count. Jurassic shifts his players. And we have a delay game against the Tigers. I'm not sure if Coach Winger was using that as a time tactic or what there, Mike.
Well, they were making some sort of a shift, but then there seems to be some confusion. And again, Dan, you're talking to the wrong guy. I mean, remember, I'm the one that keeps saying 53-yard line, so you figure it out.
Delay game against the Tigers. Make it 4th and 8. Jurassics to kick for Liberty. Number 40 deep this time. Wirtz. Kick is away. Wirtz just got hammered by Sam Smith. And Seth, oh, I'm sorry, it was Seth Atkinson. I looked up and saw Sam Smith there, but it was Seth Atkinson who made that hit. I tell you what, it sounded as loud in the press boxes as if you were at field level. Be first down and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 20-yard line. Score stands right now, Liberty Center 21, Swanton 12, 4:44 to, or 46 to play. Handoff to Mugg. Tackle by Zeiter. Gain of 15 on the play. Be first down and 10 again for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs right now trying to hurry things along, get one in the end zone. Mugg gets outside, brought down by Zeiter and Kenzie Kern. And right now the Tigers just want to keep the clock rolling. Swanton wants to get a score and get the clock stopped as much as possible.
And we're back to the action now with 2nd and 7 for Swanton. Hands off to our pal Mugg again. He makes a slight gain of about maybe a yard or two.
Tackled by Bush, Silverson, Baum. As you hear in the background right now, you hear Barbara Ann. It's not the Liberty Center band, as you most likely can tell. That's the Swanton band trying to do a Liberty Center favorite. Williams slipped, and Lance Kern, the 5'7" senior, with a big sack right there. And Swanton will take a timeout with 3:18 to play here in the fourth.
I'm starting to get the picture now. It's becoming more and more clear that it's just quite possible that either I myself am misinformed or the Swanton director doesn't quite understand, because he's now playing when his own team has the ball, so apparently he just doesn't get it.
Well, maybe he's just trying to boost morale over there, and because sometimes when we hear the music out on the field, we start feeling it and the ball starts moving. There you saw the Liberty Center Tiger cheerleaders proclaiming Liberty Center #1. Back to the action here. We have a final from Bryan High School. Final score, Patrick Henry 36, Bryan 20. Bryan led it in the game at 1 point, 20-0. Williams back to pass. Batted down by Bulwark and Perry.
Number 75, Brian Perry, almost had a lineman's dream come true. He could have had himself an interception, but he just wasn't quite there. Tough break, Brian, but it still was impressive.
We have a final now over at Delta. Archibald 35, Delta 0. First down and 10 here for the Tigers. Trosix pitches out to Cordes. He's going. Oh, brought down. Tackle by Marks was down, the man that blocked the punt, but he got up and walked off under his own power. Little less than 3 minutes to play here in Tiger Stadium. Liberty Center leads. Cordes the ball carrier. A gain of 9. Be second down and 1. .220 to play here in Tiger Stadium. Liberty Center holds a slender 21-12 lead over to the Bulldogs of Swanton. Jurassic's pitch out to Cordes. Cordes is going. He's still going. Touchdown, Liberty Center. Matt Cordes, I don't know how he does it, but he just keeps going, churning the legs, and that's good for another Liberty Center touchdown.
That is impressive. You see him either carry people or constantly take one hit after another and just keep on charging down the line.
I think for that he should get to go to Pisanello's Pizza for supper.
Indeed, Pisanello's with the rest of us. That would be a great idea. Although he probably would not hang out with old people like us.
Zeiter to hold, Jurassics to attempt the extra point kick here. Swanton band getting on their bus over here, getting ready to leave. Kick is up, and it's good. So the score with 2 minutes to play, Liberty Center 28, Swanton 12.
Volleyball coming up at home on October 10th. It's Tenora at home at 6 o'clock. October 15th, it's a Delta at 6. And then on the 17th of October is Hilltop. So if you want to catch out some fine Liberty Center volleyball, you might want to stop in because all three matches are indeed at home. The NWAL cross-country meet is at Archbold on October 10th. And that starts at 4:30 if you want to see some cross-country as well.
Jurassics getting ready to kick off for Liberty Center again here tonight. 2 minutes left to play in the game. Kick is away. And it's going to roll into the end zone. Jurassics kicks one all the way into the end zone. Going to be first down. And it's going to be, oh, that should be. They're looking for offensive interference as Jesse Smith almost picked off the pass.
Broken up by Jesse Smith. The announcer says broken up by Jesse Smith. I would say almost intercepted by Jesse Smith and broken up by Swanton.
Liberty Center starting to put some substitutions into the game right now. Handoff number 32, McCavich, the ball carrier. Tackled by Greg Vorwerk. Tipwaity, Coey, and Weshy into the game for the Tigers.
Chris Baum, too, on tackle.
Chris Baum was also on that last tackle. Third down and 7. With 1:27 to play and the clock running. Mug the ball carrier. And he was tackled by Atkinson and Zeiter. Baum also went on the play.
We apologize to Baum. He made that previous tackle. Vorwick's not even out there on the field. 58, 59. They look a lot alike.
Time's running down here on Swanton's chances. Williams back to pass. And he just heaves one up. Oh my, what a grab by Tim Nelson. He had to come back about 12 yards to get that one, Mike.
To him. That's impressive. Looked almost like intentional grounding, but apparently not. Timeout, Swanton.
I tell you what, number 56, Justin Connor, got in there in a hurry and almost had a quarterback sack.
66.
We were told it was number 66, Amstutz, not 56.
Our mistake. Mr. Amstutz. our mistake to Mr. Amstutz. We're getting tired. Yeah, he is still out there. That was probably okay. Then we'll say that. That was a nice rush. Cameraman's handing us the glasses. How nice of him. You people at home can call in. I'll give you a phone number of the cameraman in a minute.
Swanton comes up to the ball, 2nd and 4 with exactly 1 minute to play. They're down by 16 points. Williams, a little swing pass out to number 23. I'm not sure who number 23 is, but he's tackled by Zeiter.
23 is
Peter Schmitz.
Okay, tackled by Zeiter.
Tackled by Ryan Zeiter. 54 seconds to play. Swanton doing everything in their power to get the ball upfield.
22, Brian Weshy's going in there.
Sharp and Brian Munn's coming off. Williams pass intended for number 23, Schmitz, dropped.
64, Jason Coy's in there.
Jason Coey into the ball game.
51, Aaron Tiplady.
Aaron Tiplady also in the game.
I'm looking. Don't put that microphone on my face. I'm trying to look at the numbers. Troy Davis.
Williams back to pass. Pump fakes. And goes. And we're going to have pass interference probably here against Zeiter. Pass intended for Schmitz.
Looked like a little rubbing there, as they say in the auto racing world. Just a little rubbing. I think that would indeed be pass interference on Mr. Zeiter.
They're kind of milling around out there with 45 seconds left. Pass interference against the Tigers, as we said. First down for Swanton. 45 seconds to play. Tim Huff, number 88, into the game. Number 65, Danny Sattler into the game. Tiplady comes off after a couple minutes of action. Mug the ball carrier. Tackled by Chris Van Gunten. And Sattler. Timeout Swanton. Another player that's been in the game that we haven't mentioned yet has been number 61, Luke Crozier. He's been in for about 2.5 minutes now. And we just now mentioned it. Actually, Mike, he's been shuffling in and out since after that last touchdown.
That long? Oh, okay. Oh, the refs didn't like that.
Oh, we have a flag on the play. 2nd down and 11 for the Bulldogs with 38 seconds to play, and they're down 16 points. Williams back to pass. He keeps it. No, he heaves for the end zone. It looked like it was intended for the official, but caught by number 5,
45.
Brad Smith.
That was an impressive catch, I have to admit. He was falling and still was able to grab that thing.
It looked like it was intended for the official there at one point, but I think maybe it was just the way it was thrown.
It was indeed a sloppy throw. Okay, oh, he slams her down. Stop the clock.
Second and 10 with 27 seconds to play.
So what are they going to try, Dan? They're going to try to get a score on here? Is that their plan? 7 seconds.
Well, if you forgot, Mike.
Well, all right.
Over here 2 years ago, we were in a similar situation, and we beat them 20-16 on a last-second touchdown by Ryan Miller. Williams back to pass, and it's going to be caught by Nelson for a touchdown. And Tim Nelson made that catch, And senior Casey Moeller comes over to talk with Jesse Smith about that one. Liberty Center takes a timeout, and that's Coach Speece running out there. He's usually up in the press box, but he came down figuring the game's over, and maybe it's not.
Well, apparently the band's going to stay and play for a little while. We thought they were leaving, but apparently not.
Maybe on their way home they'll stop at the Tiger Timeout Inn and get something to eat. Maybe some of that good prime rib.
I'm sure Tiger Timeout would appreciate, what is that, 120-some members strong stopping in there, but maybe not. Prime rib would sound pretty good. But unfortunately, the prime rib buffet or prime rib is not until Saturday, but we could wait until then.
This time right now, I'd like to wish good luck to my UT Rockets tomorrow against BGSU.
Apparently. Everyone's a critic.
They head for the end zone. And did Williams make the two-point conversion? No, he was out of bounds. Some people up here think that it was a good for two-point conversion. It was not. So Tim Nelson thought he had it. He's going back to discuss this one with the official. Penalty against the Bulls.
They're going to kick from there.
I've seen it done. Well, I thought maybe they would. I've seen Swanton and Bryan both do it. Kick from the huddle.
Kick from the huddle. Break out and run a whole bunch of different directions.
Just go everywhere and kick out of there. Onside attempt here by Swanton. Kicked high. Zeiter fumble. Nope, Zeiter gets the ball. 19 seconds to play. Liberty Center up by 10, 28-18 with 19 seconds to play. We have one play here. At least that's the way we think up here, is Liberty's just going to take a knee. But who knows? Maybe they're going to just go for the end zone. No, victory formation. And Jurasics takes the knee and ends the game. So the final score here, Liberty Center 28 and the visiting Swanton Bulldogs 18. As the clock ticks away here, there'll be a final here in 4, 3, 2, 1, and it's officially in the books now. Well, Mike, next week we'll be over in my neck of the woods at Ottawa Hills High School.
Ottawa Hills, indeed. We're not sure if we'll get in the press box or what sort of conditions we have, but we'll be there bringing you the game with NCTV Channel 5, Napoleon Community Television.
See you next week.
You want me to talk about the rest of the team?
Guard tonight, you have been playing at wingback. Was the transition to guard very difficult for you this week?
No, it wasn't too bad. I played guard last year my whole season, and when the coaches told me at the beginning of the week that I'd be going back, I just looked over my plays again. It wasn't nothing much.
Can you tell us your parents' names?
My dad's Barry Kern. He played football here at Liberty, and my mom's Susie Kern. She graduated from Napoleon.
Okay, are you involved in any of the other sports here at Liberty?
Yeah, I'm on the wrestling team. We're looking pretty good this year, but right now we're concentrating on football.
Okay, Lance. Good luck next week against Ottawa Hills.
Thanks.
Ready. All right, I'm here with senior fullback Matt Cordes. Matt, can you tell us your parents' names?
Yeah, my parents' name are Bob and Ruth Ann Cordes.
Okay, tonight had a big game last week. Rushing. Were there any changes in the offense from last week to this week?
No, not really. We're just on our traps. We tried 2 and 3 instead of 1 and 0s, but then at halftime we switched it back and they started to work again.
Okay, are you involved in any other sports here at Liberty Center?
Yeah, I wrestle and I play baseball for Liberty.
How's the wrestling team looking this year?
We should be pretty good. Hopefully go to state again.
Okay, good luck next week against Ottawa Hills and in the future.
Thanks.
Okay, we're here with senior tackle Nick Miller. Nick, tonight on defense and on offense both, you saw Nate Bowling. Were you disappointed at all when he went down that you didn't have to play against him anymore?
Not really disappointed. I was probably more happy than anything. He's a great player, and he was really hurting us until he went down there, and it's too bad that he got hurt like that.
Can you tell us your parents' names?
Rick and Rhonda Miller.
And are you involved in any other sports here at Liberty?
Yeah, I'll be in track in the spring.
Okay, and how's the track team going to look this year?
We should look real well. We had a good team last year, and we had young guys that are all coming back, and hopefully we'll get quite a few people down to the state meet.
Okay, good luck to you in the future in football and track.
All right, thanks, Dan.
Okay, we're here with two of the Liberty Center cheerleaders, Jessica Connor and Kim Wyrock. Kim, do you have any plans for after graduation this year?
Well, I'm planning on going to college. I'm not sure where yet. I'm not sure what I'm going to want to major in, but I have some ideas, so I know I want to go to college or something.
You enjoying the football season so far?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really have enjoyed it.
Jessica, are you involved in any other sports here at Liberty Center other than cheerleading?
I run track, and that's pretty much it. I cheer for basketball, too.
Do you have any other hobbies other than cheerleading?
No, reading. I don't know. No, not too many other hobbies, no.
Okay, well, good luck to you guys the rest of the season.
Hey, thanks.
Sophomore Sarah Zider and freshman Aaron Spees. Congratulations. Special thanks also